we're making another comfort food recipe. We're gonna be making country potato soup. If you're a big Joanna Gaines fan, you probably already have this book. She has volume 1 and volume 2, and I have both of them. We like so many different recipes out of these cookbooks. So tonight we're making the country potato soup, like I said. Delicious, creamy. It is such a favorite around here. I created a playlist on my channel here called Comfort Foods, and this recipe will be added to it. I'm gonna be sharing all of our favorite family recipes for cold weather from now until March. I'll be adding to that playlist. I also have a lot of holiday decor videos coming up and baking videos. So if that's right down your alley, then click the subscribe button down below to join my YouTube family and say hi in the comments so that I can personally welcome you to my channel. So first I'm gonna chop up these veggies, get them prepared so we can saute them. We're going to use my chopper and chop up the carrots, celery, and the onion and put it in this bowl so that we are ready to put them in with the butter and garlic. For a second. I've had a really busy week. Many of you I know come over from Instagram. You know that because I shared some of my baking snafus with you this week. Well, I just had another one and I just want to share that because real life happens, and just for pure entertainment, I'm going to take like 15 seconds and just show you what I just did. This beautiful Dutch oven by Hearth and Hand was supposed to be what I was using, and look what I did. I forgot the instructions were in a Ziploc baggie in the bottom of it, and I started heating it up. Isn't that great? The good news is I just chopped those vegetables, all of them, in like 3 minutes. So I'm gonna switch over to a different pot. We'll deal with this situation later. The pot's heating up. We're gonna get the butter. I'm actually gonna use unsalted because I already have a stick of butter ready. So if you have unsalted butter, no worries to add a little bit extra salt to the soup if you want to, or you can just wait and see to taste. Some people like less salt. All right, while the butter's melting, I'm going to add the minced garlic. So if you're not cheating, it's 6 cloves. If you are cheating, then 1 teaspoon equals 2 cloves. So that means you would need 3 teaspoons. This already smells delicious. So the butter is melted, and I'm going to add the onion, celery, and carrots and saute them in the pan. We're gonna saute the vegetables for about 10 minutes, stirring occasionally, and while those are sauteing, I'm going to crumble the bacon and peel the potatoes. I like to use the thick cut bacon, and just cooking this in advance, I cannot say that enough. It just makes this recipe so much easier because it's already cooled off, and then I can just crumble it with my hands. So that is crumbled up and ready to go. We'll just keep that right there. Potatoes are rinsed, and then I'm going to use this hand peeler and peel them, and you want to peel them into strips. So not the whole thing because you want to leave some skin on them. You don't have to do that if it's your preference that you don't like that. And you need 6 or 7 medium to large size russet potatoes. Make sure you're checking on the vegetables. They should be softening. Onion should be clear. So make sure you're stirring them occasionally. Sorry, you guys are probably getting some steam on the camera, but I've got them on a medium heat, just 5 or 6, which is the best for saute. So keep those going the full 10 minutes until they are fully softened. A little bit of a crazy workstation, but the potatoes peeled. I've cut the first one into rounds, like about 1 inch or a little bit less. And then I'm gonna use this chopper to chop them up into cubes. These are a little bit smaller than 1 inch. The recipe calls for 1 inch cubes, but I'm just gonna make them a little bit smaller just because this will save me so much time. All right, so we've got the potatoes cubed and ready to go. It seems like a lot of potatoes, so I think I'm gonna add a little extra broth. I'll just have to eyeball that. Our veggies are nice and softened and ready to go. So we're gonna add flour, and then once you add the flour, you need to stir constantly for 2 minutes while that flour combines with your veggies. Timer is about to go off on this. So that's what this should look like. All right, and now we're gonna add 1 bay leaf. We're gonna add chicken broth, and this calls for 48 ounces. So just add and stir. And then we're gonna add these potatoes. I think I overdid it a little bit. I think my potatoes were pretty big, and it said 6 to 7, and I picked 7 pretty big ones. I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of this broth because I think I overdid it on the potatoes, but you would need 48 ounces and then maybe 6 large potatoes, or 7 medium is probably best. Black pepper, and a teaspoon of salt. I get a lot of questions on these salt and pepper sellers, and they are Hearth and Hand by Magnolia. I love all her stuff, and they are at Target. I think they still have them. I don't know if they still have them in store, but I believe they still have them online. I'll link them below if I can find them for you guys. They're really nice. All right, so we're just gonna stir this all together, and I'm gonna kick up the heat a little bit just because we're in a hurry. I'm gonna say medium to high. Don't kick it up to high. Medium-high heat is the highest I would go. So I'm gonna cover this and then bring it to a boil. All right, so this is boiling. We're gonna reduce this down to a medium heat and simmer for 15 minutes. So if you guys cut your potatoes into 1-inch cubes like the recipe calls for, then you will do this for 15 minutes. If you cut them smaller like I did, then it may not take that long. You want the potatoes to be tender but still hold their shape. So I'm gonna set the timer for about 12 minutes and then I'm gonna check the potatoes. The 12 minutes was enough with the smaller cut. I'm gonna remove this bay leaf and then keep it on a medium heat, and we are going to slowly stir in the milk. Set the timer for another 15 minutes and allow this to thicken. You want to kind of reduce the heat down to more of a low medium to medium heat, and it's going to thicken and the potatoes are going to fully cook, and then it will be ready to eat. So I'm going to go ahead and ladle this into our bowls. We didn't quite need the full 15 minutes to simmer just because my potatoes are a little bit smaller. We're going to top it with this sharp cheddar, shredded, and then the bacon bits on top of that, and then some fresh thyme. You don't have to use fresh thyme, but it definitely adds to the flavor of the soup. If you like more of like a baked potato soup, then I would add green onion in place of the thyme, and you would have more of a baked potato soup. All right, we're ready to eat. This looks delicious. You guys are gonna have to let me know if you try this recipe. It is one of our favorites. We're gonna turn on some Netflix and enjoy on the couch, and then it looks like I'm gonna have some late night dishes. I have a lot of Christmas decor, holiday decor videos planned for you guys coming up. So make sure you're subscribed and ring the bell before you leave today so you don't miss out. And if you're interested in my comfort food playlist, then I'll put that right here for you guys to watch next so you can check out all the good recipes. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!